instruction manual. I don't know if chat can even hear us, but
so colorful and vibrant outside and black and white on the inside. Oh yeah, the emergency missions. Yeah, every time we fail a mission.
The intermissions are actually kind of fun.
God, I should have said cutscene %. I should have submitted this for cutscene %. It's not as bad as X4, but it's cutscene %.
Half hears?
Sigma.
Should have just kept the PC block going.
Oh, apparently combos affect the medals you find. Nice.
Oh yeah. The higher your combo gets, the more money medals that enemies drop.
Yeah.
Microphone audio is choppy too. Yeah, I know. The whole audio is kind of.
Thanks, PlayStation 2. You're the greatest.
We did close Mighty number 9, right? We did close Mighty number 9. Right?
I'm just gonna try not to be stupid in Earth Rock. I probably just won't do Dorsio.
I mean, honestly, it's not just for that. This is so you can save at the end. And then we know your in-game time. Yeah. The Darby 32 folder?
No, if we delete that, there's a problem. Like, this whole basement will blow up. Yeah, why did I put on easy? I should have put on hard. I've never seen hard mode for easy mode.
Pretty sure I've done a hard mode run at some point. Time Shifter 08's got it. Barnow with the standard answer.
Southwest Virginia.
So are we in southern West Virginia or southwestern Virginia?
But when I switch over to
Technically, this is cider. I mean, I've got the flip-flops nearby at least.
there's something about switching to the capture card that it just like little tricks.
I blame OBS.
Warning.
They said sounds fine now.
Yeah, right this second.
Off.
What?
They said sounds fine now.
Yeah, it sounds fine because I switched off of the capture layout.
Oh.
If I switch back, I'm sure the sound's gonna go to shit again.
Bar and I would have been playing catch. Cider is good stuff.
Is the stream audio playing in your headset? Like directly from the okay.
No, I have to do a little short recording so I can hear how it sounds.
Well, if you want, I can bring it.
Huh?
Right from the stream, because I'm listening to it right from the stream.
It's too delayed for me. I would have to wait 15 seconds instead of 5.
Yo, is it me or is
EBC, you shut your mouth.
Is Is it me or is my health bar smaller? I think the health bar is smaller.
Oh, on hard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Forgot about that. Don't die.
Yeah. So I'm just standing here, not jumping. Bat in my face every time. Yo, more of you guys. Jesus.
So I'm gonna lose that top. Just restarted.
Let's work together.
Yeah, somebody mentioned it. I wonder if it's the deinterlace.
Pretty sure it's faster. Just
Dragon, nice shirt.
I know, right? Oh,
Don't die.
didn't die. I might die to bees.
Not the bees.
Yo,
I was told to talk for just a second.
I guess we're supposed to be talking.
What should we talk about?
I don't know.
Should we talk about our pure, unadulterated hatred of the Miami Dolphins?
That works. I'm not very fond of those Dolphins that are from Miami.
Nobody is.
No, stuff like
I heard they like Mega Man X7.
Yeah,
And they spell speedrunner with a space.
we got problems. Bring out a PlayStation 2. This is what happens.
It has nothing to do with
Yeah.
PlayStation 2, even thinking that it's something about, it's a similar issue I had yesterday.
What was the fix yesterday?
Stop trying to capture the audio of the second and third capture card. Now it's doing it on the first capture card. I get that if I told capture one to output the dense file, it would start working.
Switch the deinterlacing. Is that? Could that? I don't think it could be. Sounds right, but I don't know if it's- Yeah, that did it. Whatever you did.
Yeah, for some reason, getting the sound from my end was just making everything really choppy. I'm not done yet though. I'm gonna fix this, and this is my fallback option if it doesn't work out.
I mean, we've got to get going.
I know. I can only help you so much though.
Oh, there's a wicked delight.
I'm done re-hooking line in, and if that doesn't work, then sorry, but this is what we're going with, I guess.
I'm just gonna reset.
Someone said sounds bad again now.
I can only imagine it would be.
Beards for kids.
I'm a little afraid of that
The
link.
sound fixed as soon as you said sounds bad. Somebody said it sounds bad again. That's whatever you did right there.
Yeah?
I might have a fix.
if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go back to my other fix and
Okay.
we'll just go.
Alright, the thing I was thinking about doing can't be done in that amount of time, so.
Alright, that fix worked.
Yo,
So we should be good to go. I'm sorry about the delay.
that's cool.
Well, I thought the game was running the whole time.
Alright, so you are good on my end whenever you're ready.
Okay, I don't see a timer over here.
Well, I can put it on your screen, but...
Alright,
Yo.
cool. Alright, all set?
Yep, go.
Alright, Mega Man
Base-
X8.
Base dabs for mine chat.
So, alright, well,
Alright,
I guess I'm just gonna go. So,
let's just go.
3, 2, 1, go.
So this game opens up with a bunch of cutscenes, and we're going to skip them, and there's going to be a lot of load time. It's going to be at least 10 or 15 seconds more than the PC version of this game. Shoutouts to the PlayStation 2!
Base PS2.
So seriously, this game opens up with an accident on a space elevator that is under construction. There's a bunch of robots that get off, and it looks like an army of Sigmas, but then they become other new generation Reploids that can transform into everything else just like Axel can. And they say, oh, it's cool. It's cool. Sigma just has a sturdy body, and so we just use that. Well, now there's a problem over here, so we Maverick Hunters are going to go out and solve the problem. So this being the tutorial stage, it opens up with go shoot the thing.
Go shoot the giant crab enemy.
Why is it gotta be a crab?
Don't get crabby about it. Clamp down on it.
Maybe I will.
So X goes to take this sample of a robot back, which I don't know why, but it means we're forced to use Axel for a little bit. Axel was introduced in a game that does not exist and is basically terrible. He plays a lot like Base, actually, except he has a hover, and he has this auto-fire mechanic. It's kind of neat.
And we've got force and counter
Base
rooms,
does
which are
have
nice.
auto fire as well.
Yeah, that's why. So, I mean, Axel has he has that auto-fire stuff going on. He's just not nearly as strong as everybody else despite the auto-fire.
Which is why you won't be seeing him a lot. You'll be seeing him for like one stage.
Yep. So, we're going to be doing Mega Man is collecting Twitch bits. That's hilarious. Capcom saw the future.
Welcome to the main hero of the story, Zero, and his saber of amazing.
Let's work together. Shout out to PND, that was his idea originally. So in this game you get a Giga Attack. It's that little meter to the left side of the life meters.
Whatever you did about 15, 20.
That was it. So this being the tutorial stage, you are forced to use it there as the game's way of saying, here it is. So this is the 0 section, you must use 0. There's actually no section of the stage you must use X. But, why wouldn't you use X?
So what's interesting is I actually play this game on emulator, PlayStation 2 emulator, which somehow is a middle ground between PlayStation 2 and PC, where PC goes like a mile and a half faster because load times are amazing. The PC version, or the PC emulated version, doesn't have lag, but it has the loading time problem. So I can't wait for all the lag from the next stage. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh god. Yeah, Dragon hasn't played this game on a PS2, I think, since the SGDQ practice room.
Yeah.
So this last, unless you want to explain it. I don't want to steal your speech.
This boss, you hold charge and shoot. There is nothing to it.
What's up, Justin?
So realistically, this boss is to demonstrate the mechanic of kind of an overcharge. Most Mega Man games, there's, you know, the lemons, the half charges, the full charges. X games, you get to a pink charge, but in this game we kind of start with one. It's not, this overcharge really is piercing enemy shields like Mets that are on the ground. And you are forced to use it here to defeat the crab. All three characters have an attack that can pierce shields. For X, it's this overcharge. For Zero, it's the third slash and the triple slash. And for Axel, every 8th bullet that comes out, you might have noticed earlier, was
skip cutscenes.
Yeah. So at this point,
I'll do my best. I'm going for LA skip.
at this point in the run, Vile appears for the first time since X3, having kidnapped the leader of that space elevator construction. Axel, who has never seen Vile before, says, "Who's that?" And Zero says, "He used to be a Class A hunter. Now he's our sworn enemy!" Which is one of the reasons I swear this game is basically a Saturday morning cartoon. And I love that aspect of it. Like, this game does not take its plot seriously at all.
Hold on.
Shoutouts to loading.
So these are navigators. We know where we're going.
If you hated Alien X5, we can finally shut her up, along with her 2 new friends.
Only 3 games later.
You can actually play as them later.
Really?
Yeah. There's you can unlock them as playable characters. They're all clones of the other characters. But the only difference is Alia can't wear X's armor. So you can throw her onto spikes and get rid of her once and for all. That might be a little too dark for the stream, but I said it anyway.
I did not know you could play as her.
So shoutouts to, I don't even remember his name, Gigavolt Manowar. This stage is lag-tastic.
So is it Lag City?
This is Lag, the movie, the comic, the game, based on the original screenplay and the novel. This entire stage is actually 2 loops through the city. And you have to just shoot the Gigavolt Manowar a lot until he says...
Come on. Cheese and fries!
Cheese and fries!
You know, I'm actually surprised I got it that fast.
Shoutouts to poutine. Which is actually curds, I think.
Warning.
So you want me to talk about bosses, or you want to talk about bosses?
Go for it. I'm gonna stab him. Slash him, whatever.
So most Mega Man games, you might know, bosses get iframes. This game, it works a little differently. Every basically 8 points of health you deal to a Robot Master, or Maverick as it would be, it gets some iframes. And the thing is, how many iframes it gets is somewhat based on what attacks you use to actually trigger them. And using normal slashes from 0 without ever hitting the triple slash will result in a much shorter period of iframes than normal.
Wow. Well, am I on it? Yep.
So after the first 2 sets of iframes, so about 16 points of health in, a boss kind of powers up like it's in Dragon Ball Z. Its pattern changes slightly. After the next, I think, 4th set of iframes, it changes again. You get that desperation attack. And then it yells cheese and fries and explodes.
Marzipan.
Marzipan!
What kind of cheeses does it want?
I don't know. Solid marzipan though.
Maybe Havarti.
I'm a fan of cheddar.
Munster? I mean, they are
What
bad
about
guys. They're
Parmesan?
kind of monsters. Parmesan's okay, I guess. Mozzarella. So everybody gets a weapon.
Even the one guy who wasn't there.
I'll let you keep explaining the game if you want. I don't want to steal the show.
I'm gonna be just playing a game. I don't know. This is how I end up being on my stream anyway. Considering I don't have a mic anymore. It's
Nice.
sad. Yeah, I'm gonna go shopping though.
So this game, you actually there are no heart tanks in stages, which is a departure from the rest of the X series. You go shopping.
I'm gonna get 2 of them.
So you basically buy here, like, I don't want to call them E-tanks. They're kind of E-tanks because they're single use. But and a life extension for 0. You can buy other life extensions if you want, but the optimal route
Should
is to
get
only buy the
ones.
one. Actually, optimal routing would be never buy a life extension and be really good. But that's another story.
Yeah. I need all the life extensions because I'm still bad at this game.
So we did Gigavolt Manowar first because you need electricity in this stage, and we'll get to that in a little bit. We also selected Axel, not X. This is the one stage we're going to see Axel in this run. This is the 0 route of the game, I should add. There are 2 accepted routes of the game. The 0 route's about a couple minutes faster than the X route. If you want, there are a lot of runners out there that are really good at the X route of this game. Satori is an old school X8 runner. Pikachu Naruto dude is probably one of the best X runners out there, and there's a few Chileans that are really picking up the X route and going at it hard, and they're actually really doing some good work with it as well. Zank is one of them. I think there's another one. I can't remember his name right now, and I apologize. Check out the Mega Man leaderboards. Just like learn everybody who runs this game. But this route, we want to come here second because there's a weapon by the name of the D-Glaive. The D-Glaive gives Zero absurdly long reach. We don't want that to happen. Welcome to lag.
That's laggy.
Yep.
And there you saw Zero's triple slash. So this is a dodge the spotlight section if you haven't figured that out yet. Should also note that you see those red hit points on the top of the screen. They get restored as you just go along. So here.
Oh. Almost. Nope.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what.
There you go. Use Axel's copy shot, and they drop what looks like a Smash Brothers assist trophy in retrospect. And Axel can now kind of turn into that enemy for a brief period. So in this case, he just turns into one of the guards of this facility.
If I can remember what buttons I'm pressing, that'd be great.
There you go. Normal attack.
Yeah.
There you go. And then special. Got it. Special attack with this guy is salute, and this guy wakes up and without question lets you into this room.
Yeah, it's weird.
And here's that electricity I said we would need. You shoot it 4 times, and the lights stay on for the rest of the stage.
So he just trusts you and he doesn't know who you are.
Well, you were his friend that you blew up a few minutes ago. It's cool. Nice. So when you get here, you can't really see it, but up top, there is the D-Glaive item. You still have to buy it at the shop, but now you can buy it at the shop. It's basically like every item in this game works except for X's armor is you pick up an item that lets you buy it. Oh, baby.
Yep. Oh well. Oh jeez. And we're pressing all the wrong buttons. Maybe I'll remember what controls I have.
You have light bottles.
Yeah. I'm just gonna die.
All right. It happens. So this stage actually is kind of annoying because of the
I'll have to go through this room while it's white.
Because of the part where you die
there's
and
actually
have to do
a
it again?
rare metal up there that you usually don't see, but because we got back here with the lights on, there it is. For whatever reason, now that the lights are on, the spotlights are all gone and nobody disturbs us. Go figure. So that's the main reason you buy some life upgrades for this stage. It's kind of a pain to get through here.
I already have it. Let's try this again. No.
Why do these guys have kendo poles? Advanced robots would have more than just kendo poles.
Dude, they've got laser swords. Are you gonna argue with laser swords?
They look like kendo poles to me.
I mean, our main hero for the game
Maybe
is...
they're laser kendo poles.
I mean, our main hero of the game is Zero, and he has a giant, like, beam saber, and he just destroys everything with it, so... Maybe they're trying to just emulate our hero.
Yeah.
They should have ran it on original hardware, though.
That's what I'm thinking. Or at the very least, copied the Run Saber guys.
That bounce is actually a little fortunate.
Drum
So,
noise.
one of the mechanics in this game is enemies can kind of grab you or otherwise trap you, and because you can tag out, you just tag in your buddy, they rescue you, and you move along. So remember, use the buddy system. This is Shadow Mantis. He's a dick. He's going to just jump around a lot. I was gonna say, when is he gonna go into this?
Yeah, whenever you want to like do that thing where you go berserk or whatever, and stop doing that.
You got it. So this desperation tag actually does a lot of damage.
survived. Jesus.
We're through.
Can he believe it?
He can't believe it.
He can't believe it?
He wants to see us cry, but
I don't know.
He has exploded.
I've seen Xdragon play this before, and I kind of believe it.
I'm not believing it. This is terrible. Part of me thinks I've bound the wrong buttons to the wrong spots, so
It's possible. You can actually change that in the middle of the game.
yeah, probably should do that.
Anybody's Adventures of Link, or is that Darbian's?
I think that might be different.
So, as promised, we're going to go buy a spear. I'm probably going to buy some more life bottles, too, while we're here. The D-Glaive is this great weapon. Probably its best feature is that as you swing it once, it has a tendency to hit enemies twice. So, it halves the number of slashes you need. It also, in a nice coincidence, we beat the boss that has the best weapon in the game. So for Zero, this gives us this attack that if you jump, you start spinning in the air, and you can hit either down or down on a diagonal, and Zero will fly down in that direction, and it's kind of cool.
We're gonna do something better with it.
So it turns out that the PlayStation 2 controller gives you two ways to input directions with the stick and the D-pad, and if you're holding up when you push down,
If I switch, whatever.
Zero flies. So basically a lot of the run from here, as you might be able to guess, becomes strategic use of both the D-Glaive and the ability to just fly everywhere. Now, there are a couple ways to basically activate it by pushing up and down at the same time. I couldn't figure out how to flick my thumb around properly, so I also got good at the chin strats, as we call them. Because the control stick is in this very convenient place so you can use your chin to kind of flick it down while you're holding up.
Yeah, I don't know how someone would use their finger. It seems weird.
Enough people are actually able to do it. But that said, I'm a fan of physical comedy, so... Also, you don't flinch while you're spinning, so it's very nice for just kind of flying around. And as Proto Magical Girl is pointing out, it sounds like he's yelling Cousin Sid all the time. Shoutouts to LV Creed. So Vile. Vile appears in a few set stages in the run. Basically, we have routed it out the game so that he appears in these rooms that would otherwise be these kind of forced encounter enemy rush things that take the most amount of time. We just skipped this like minute-long block puzzle and traded it in for like a 20-second Vile fight. I don't have the exact numbers there, but that's probably about the ratio.
He.
You move.
Wow. Trying to be safe. And he just does that. The dick.
So even though you can fly, the stage is actually still pretty dangerous. There's a lot of spikes everywhere.
There is an item we can grab, the prickle barrier, that if I do land on spikes, it brings me down to 1 health. It doesn't kill me instead. You know. Or I could just do that, like I planned to the first time. But yeah, it's a emergency item that I'll be picking up later because more scary stages are scary.
Gravity Antonian is a boss. At least he promises us he is. He has a life meter and everything.
Yeah.
So it's still faster for the most part, I think, to use jump slashes here, but the sword spin maneuver happens to actually also be his weakness. And it works very well. He does not... A lot of Robot Masters, a lot of Mavericks, I should say, in this game, have a long flinch animation when you hit them with their weakness. And Antonian's is actually pretty short in comparison.
Yo.
Good fight.
Yep. Getting used to it. It's been a while. Dun.
So the rest of this game basically becomes just go fast. There's a couple of more tricks involved, but a lot of it is fast flying around. I believe Panda is next.
Yep.
Panda is actually the mech stage in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We aren't going to use it. We can fly.
There's actually an extra item you can get if you manage to keep the mech through the entire stage.
I'm grabbing this now.
You can also just go and buy these health upgrades for 0 and for X at any point during the run. Generally, again, you want to hold off the shopping as long as possible to be able to buy all the things for an optimal time. Marathon safety, though, demands let's just get the health and get it over with.
I don't want to get punched.
Panda hits like a truck. I mean, he's got those giant freaking claws.
Yeah.
They hurt.
Doesn't his what is it? His berserk attack or whatever do like half health or more? Or
His berserk attack does just a ton of damage. There's really no way around saying that. So this is a stage.
it's part of it.
It's actually possible to land on that upper conveyor belt, but the camera does not reorient itself, and you're basically stuck standing there.
Can you just fall through the stage?
I don't think you can fall through it. Like, if you land on it, you walk off of it like it was a normal platform in that camera orientation, as opposed to it switching to that's later in the stage, and you should just be able to walk around. Shoutouts to lag.
Dang.
My heart.
Like, when do you normally drop down? Like, when it's, like,
so that-
switching orientation?
It's kind of like orientation is actually a really good place to say it. It's kind of like Super Mario World Special World levels, actually, in that you kind of get caught while you're flying above the screen sometimes, and you have to drop down. So there's a few points there where you just basically drop down because we like continuing to go fast. So doing the sword spin there in that like little awkward pattern instead of flying all the way up makes it so you don't hit that switch there twice, which would bring the platform back into your way and would just slow us down.
Zero chopper. Get to the chopper.
He slices, he dices, he makes julienne fries. Twitch.tv's game to creative hashtag food julienne fries. That should be at the X8 stream from now on. So if you don't hold into the wall while you're actually up against it, Zero never actually grabs the wall and you can fly all the way up to the top, but he will immediately land when he tries to fly over the corner.
I want to go to the boss real fast. So
How can Zero get to the chopper if he is the chopper?
elevators.
So what was once blackness is now a boss room. Panda obviously is the giant truck. Hits like a tank boss. He wants to give you a hug though. He's just a giant bear. You can see though that every slash from the sword is dealing 4 hit points of damage to
Why
him.
don't you want to give him a hug? He's so cute.
Fly away.
I'm gonna just fly up for a little bit here and dodge.
No, don't add more weight, please. You're very heavy.
Dude, don't judge.
Yeah. No, he's still heavy.
Yeah, that's true.
The sad thing is that the bosses become the hardest part of the stage at points. Like Panda stage is
What up, Rob?
pretty easy. Burn Rooster, who I can't remember if I'm doing next or not. I'll
You are.
see it, yeah.
Burn Rooster, I think, is actually the hardest Maverick.
Yeah, the fight for Burn Rooster is just annoying to do. But his stage is worse.
His stage is more bad from the speed's perspective. He's actually playing through it. There's just one actual bad room. It's probably the second worst room in the game.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So, everyone remembers the second stage where we had an auto scroller. Yeah.
Burn Rooster.
Flaming cock. I mean, what?
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Whoa,
What?
whoa. I thought this
Whoa.
was a PG stream.
So, we like auto scrollers, right? So, this is an auto scroller.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm playing through it right now. I can't make it go any faster.
So, shout out to Zank, who was actually that guy who I was talking about earlier in the Mega Man X8 community. Drazar. That's the other guy who started playing for a while, I think. Infinite Mystery plays this game too.
I did
I
not
don't
know that he played.
Yeah, I think he does. Maybe he was just in the chat that day. I'd have to go it doesn't. The leaderboards don't load up very well on the phone very quickly. Is it Maestro who also has a run submitted? I'm just going through here looking for names right now.
I mean, we got time for it.
I don't know. Let's see if it will load. I don't think it's gonna load by the time we're done here though.
Probably not.
So actually, there's 3 of these sections in the stage, and this is the only one where you can pull this trick off.
Unfortunately.
But the other ones you just get crushed?
You don't get crushed actually. If you go off the top of the screen, you do take damage, but you just fall down. Also, shout out to this room. Oh, QTT6 as well. I can't forget him. QTT6 actually has record. It's on the PC version, so take that for what you will as far as load times goes. FS Lynx is the other Chilean that's been going at this game. Dark Blue ZX has played this game in a few of the Mega Man X relays.
I didn't know Slinks played this game.
So anyway, now we're into the interesting part of the stage, so you should pay attention again. Not gonna even sugarcoat it.
You mean there are non-interesting parts?
Dude, we were just there. This room is spike laden. And I will stand by, this is the second worst room in the game.
Agreed.
It's actually really long, which actually gives it a big argument for being the worst room in the game.
But then there's that other room.
So yeah, this is normally that same as the first sort of reactor room where a bunch of enemies popped out and we just killed them over the course of maybe 20 or 30 seconds. Except this one's longer, so we're gonna fight Vile instead. Shoutouts to routing.
So, Zero took some damage. I'm gonna get him as...
Zero's not even cheating. I mean, the game straight up gave you that weapon. The developers intended for that weapon to be broken.
So, I hate this room. If it wasn't for the fact that it's just so easy if you don't, do stupid shit, this room's easy. I just hate doing it.
Can you do the same thing like the first room in this one?
No.
So that's why I'm actually having to play through it.
The big thing about this room that you end up doing is playing as X for a little bit to let Zero heal up from the Vile fight. Because again, the boss of this stage I think is actually the hardest Maverick in the game. And at this point you're basically hoping for a health drop. I have noticed playing this game a lot that he just got it there. You basically always get a health drop in this room, which makes me wonder how the drops are calculated. It's entirely possible that you will always get that drop following the route in this room just from number of enemies killed, whether in this stage or globally. I don't even know. But it does happen. If you haven't noticed already, yes, everybody starts the game with an air dash in this game. Zero starts the game with the double jump. Whoa!
I
Panic there.
no,
nice
no,
save.
That's actually how I do that room.
Holy shit!
That's actually pretty damn cool.
It's scary. It's scary because I'm going to... I always think I'm going to fall too fast and hit the death plane.
That can happen.
Yeah. So he wants to kick me. One wants to punch, one wants to kick. And he's very angry at his stage.
Why is he so angry?
Maybe because the stage is just a number score.
I don't know if he's angry because he designed it and it didn't work, or if he's like mad at the developers for making him look bad. I just don't get it. So that's the good pattern.
Get over here. Nope.
It's somewhat random how the platforms are aligned going into phase 2 there. And you kind of want him to shoot fire into a shallow pit like that so it doesn't crawl along the rest of the floor, because it doesn't go up walls at all. Whoa.
Didn't want that. Back up.
This guy.
Oh, hello.
What?
Zero is dead.
Missed that happening.
No, I hate doing this.
So you want to keep Zero alive there so that you have his double jump for the escape.
I hate doing this.
Shoutouts to backup strats. If you've played Super Metroid, you know what's about to happen. We don't have a double jump. Go get it.
Shouts to X3.
So, this is probably the most nerve-wracking part for me. Like, not even the worst run in the game.
Dude,
or the
you
worst...
got this.
No, like, this is the legit scariest room for me. Mostly because I don't want to die and have to do it all over again. But, yeah. Just need to not be stupid.
Seems a lot like X3 to me.
Yeah. Okay, there's a troll platform there for X, because can't really...
That's the hardest part of the X escape. See, it's free.
I hate that.
I hate that too.
I hate it so much.
That escape is actually pretty scary because, like, when Dragon called out the troll platform, it's true because with Zero you could just double jump wherever you need to go, and with X you and Axel, if you're using Axel, you have to take a specific route because you don't have a double jump.
But at least with Axel you can float. But with
Yeah.
X, if you see that and you go to it, you're like, oh crap, I need to get back over because there's nothing else there. Oh, also Sigma. I need to go back and... no.
You're good. You're good. So X and all the cutscenes between stages, if you're watching the plot of this game, X is always like, Sigma, it has to be Sigma. Sigma must be behind this. And yeah.
Sigma. That is basically, that starts every cutscene. Sigma.
He sounds like a paranoid old man, except, well, I'm not. I don't want to spoil things for you.
It's totally Sigma.
It's got to be Sigma.
It's totally
It's got to be Sigma. Sigma's always the final boss.
So there's a big robot.
So at this stage, you go all the way to the right, you get this crane, and you swing it into this giant robot thing, and it runs away from you, or you just kind of fly over its head. You do have to use a special attack to get into this door.
Well,
Whoops. Take two.
We are now playing the stage.
No, you can still go.
I don't think we can.
Oh, you're good.
I think it reloads him. Yeah. We are now playing the stage.
Whoa, this stage.
We are now
All
playing
right,
the
so
stage.
this stage, you go all the way to the right, and you get to beat up a crane.
Well, this just happened. That's what I get.
Nah, that's cool. This stage doesn't get enough credit.
Why the
So actually, I should point out the X route works by getting enough pieces of armor to basically make X invincible. We have cut out the piece of armor that's in the stage because you obviously save a ton of time by skipping this boss. And even though the X route isn't about this flying maneuver to kill bosses, I mean, this is great for moving through stages. So there's actually a piece of X armor in this stage that makes X not flinch. And
yeah, that's what
as far as like red hit points go, instead of having half the hit points he lost as red hit points, all of the hit points he loses are red hit points, so he can gain them all back. So That's been since cut from the route, but it's still a great piece of armor. How did that not hit you?
No idea. So he's angry.
You probably just fly all the way back to the start.
I actually
can't
can.
you?
I actually can. So if I wasn't bad, I would have skipped all of that. So keep on trucking.
Sometimes the robot wins. That's all right.
Yo, there's a rare medal.
There's a few rare medals in this section.
I think I might have actually grabbed one when I landed.
One of them, the game actually relies on you using the giant robot to break one of the platforms, and you use the charge. You actually use this robot master's weapon charged in this stage, because it actually excavates items. So this is another sort of room where there's a giant, long puzzle that takes forever. Or you could fight Vile. And that's why we do the stage 6th. This is the final Vile encounter in the Maverick stages.
And that robot we beat back here, well, he's here. Just eat my shot, yes.
It's actually okay because he normally when he's doing the animation, the crane passes right through him.
Yeah. Oh.
Is that it? One more.
Make sure. What?
Whoa.
There. Oh, I might be dead.
You can still fight.
I can still fight, but I've got no life bottles. And because of my stupidness earlier, I have no health. I just have to not get hit by any of these balls I'm about to eat.
This is the one Maverick where you probably don't want to use Zero's version of his weakness a lot. Opening the fight, it actually works really well because it knocks off and destroys his shell.
Okay, so I don't want to be hit by those. I have to somehow keep track of all of them. Okay. I thought I wouldn't be able to even survive that. No.
What?
Okay.
We're still alive, everybody.
we are just barely alive. Oh, you fired the triple.
The triple. That actually is a real pain to avoid.
Whatever. And then we walk back into the center room.
The delayed chat reactions.
So now I just don't care about getting hit because...
Having Zero's full life meter.
Yep. It's not gonna be... Yep.
The Earth Rock Trilobite here has a horrible habit of running across the room, realizing he's ready to do his desperation attack, and then doing it from the other side of the room. Like that's just common, unfortunately. Yo, big finish.
One cleaving strike. So now we got... Oh, yay.
Gonna go buy some more lifeline.
I need some t-shirts though.
Abs, do you like t-shirts?
Yo, who wants a t-shirt?
I've been known to wear t-shirts once in a while.
So we're about to go to a stage made of t-shirts.
We're gonna go to the Yeti. the Avalanche Yeti.
Yo, I did pick up.
We don't have a marathon T-shirt available at the Yeti, but you can still go to the Yeti.
Life bottles.
SOS.
Yeah.
You'd actually buy X some health too if you want to. Though.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I never buy him health anymore. Yeah. I'll probably buy him health when it comes to Sigma, because the way this has been going terribly. So, more auto-scrollers.
So this is actually a vehicle stage, much like the first one, kind of like some of the stages that started up in X4 where all you do is ride a vehicle the whole time.
Alright, so
You have your two characters and they both have a boost, actually.
we're changing this now.
And it turns out that both of their boosts kind of recharge, I guess, independent of one another. So you can basically boost, switch, boost, wait, boost, switch, boost, and that's the optimal way through the stage. Your three characters have, you can only really use the Buster on the bike. X, you actually basically have the Buster and you can charge it. Zero has these like saber shots that are nice and wide, but you can't shoot them as fast as the other characters' weapons, but it's always really strong. Axel has his rapid fire. You can shoot faster than by mashing than by holding the button down, and in general, Axel sucks. It's unfortunate, actually. Like, I hate saying that a character in a game is just completely unusable, but Axel for the speed run basically is, except for the parts where Axel is required, like getting the D-Glaive, and in 100%, you actually need him to get to a whole lot of things.
So, we're waiting on a mini-boss.
Funny thing here is if you actually do the boost, switch, boost strat, this mini-boss basically never spawns if you do it right. It's like he can't catch up to you. I don't know why I decided it's a key, but I'm going to stick with it.
Got him.
Might be just dropping some fresh mashing here.
Yo, the mashing. You actually don't want to purely mash with Zero on this guy. There's like a rhythm that's slightly slower than full-on mashing where Zero really will, like right
this.
here, put out his fastest attack pattern. Go figure.
Slightly slower than fast is the best, apparently. But for X, I'm just gonna be spamming like crazy.
X, you should basically spam.
Yo, I'm not gonna get.
We want to say that the mashing skills are rolling deep, but this is in fact a hover bike without wheels.
Yo, we're flying high.
We're hovering deep.
We're flying high.
Can we say we're hovering deep?
You can say that.
Alright, we're hovering deep. I'm honestly surprised off to not immediately follow you can say that with you can be wrong, but you can say that. I'm not stopping you, it's a free country.
When I say your name, say here I am. You're going to stand it, here I am, the choker, here I am, rock you like a hurricane.
Sorry. I'm bad at references.
Yo, X about to die.
Yeah, I'm not sure you should be using X anymore.
How about the year? It was 1997.
So now he's gonna drop some bombs on us, and I don't care. Just gonna keep boosting.
Huh.
Never gonna touch me.
Why don't I do that?
Excited. Oh, that just happened. Missiles.
Every time you get hit, it takes a little while for the boost to recharge.
Oh, yeah.
You should have one more vulnerable phase here, but we're going to be all the way back there.
He's dead.
Nice.
There was one more shot. It was one more shot.
If he flies away, you end up in another cycle of him dropping bombs, which is, of course, slow.
Now our sword's orange. Suddenly it's orange.
So the previous boss actually turns the sword orange. It's part of the upgrade. It's kind of like an X4. You can turn things red. Yeah, there's stuff up there.
I've never looked up there.
You never looked up there?
No.
So actually, there's a armored capsule for X up there that's part of the route, even. That actually is the quick charge.
Yo. The things you learn when you're being bad.
You do need Sunflower's weapon to access it, though, which is why the X route does Sunflower first. We're doing Sunflower last, go figure.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Drill Man. Shell Drill. Shell Yeti?
Sure you can.
This guy actually does yell Shoryuken. Shoryuken.
He's not Magma Dragoon, but, you know, we'll take it.
Good fight.
Yep.
It's lit. That's still amazing.
That emote is just perfect now. Now it's attached to it.
Somebody needs to come up with the actual, like, lit thing is for when Capcom on says lit.
Be a lit emote.
Rift Diamond. I do kind of like that this game actually gave Axel independent weapons from X. And he's basically like a ranged weapons, like, gunsmith or something.
Yeah.
And Zero starts getting multiple different melee weapons in the glaive. He has 4 other weapons you can acquire through the course of the game. One is like a giant cartoon mallet. He gets a brass knuckle of sorts. He gets some fans that can actually deflect shots just by standing still, which is kind of interesting but useless. And you can also get Sigma's melee weapon from the end of the game.
So
In a New Game Plus, anyway.
So what I just did was I picked up 3 items. 1, a health bottle for X, because fuck it, why not? 2, some spare energy in case I do die with both characters, which might happen at the very end. And 3, prickle barrier. Prickle barrier is the item I said earlier that will save me if I land on spikes. This is the very scary room at the very end of this. So, welcome to minigame the level. We're going to be doing a bunch of little things that apparently equate to a stage, and that's just it.
Anyone who has some.
So, what I'm doing right now is I'm just killing a bunch of enemies. There's a little score counter at the bottom. I'm not going to go for, you know, whatever the max rate is. I've never even gotten it. There's a point where you'll see the number will turn yellow. That's at 75. And then I'll just get bored of this minigame. At 75 just seems good enough to me. I don't feel like I need any more points.
Mm-hmm. Seems good.
Yeah. Come on. Alright. Later.
You don't want to be too good.
Yeah. I want to let them know I'm here.
It's one of those things where sometimes the person who gets every answer wrong on the test like knows exactly what they're doing. He splits hot fire. It's possible to kill that guy in 1 cycle, but the 2 cycles still fine. I'm just gonna go up. And just think, the X route basically does this with naked X to start the game, no upgrades or anything, and they have to do the exact same thing here. So that's actually like one of the X route is actually harder than the Zero route. Like, easily.
Just
Proto.
because it does this stage first. Like,
Yeah,
that's torture.
definitely. Zero, he doesn't cheat his way through, but man, can he just destroy the stage.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Keep the cablets coming, everybody. We're killing Xdragon here.
Yo, sub 5. Yo, I got the 458.
No, hang on to it for a little bit. So this stage, this room, I should say, has a couple of fast strats through it. None of them are particularly safe. So sometimes you want to just go with intended strats.
What meme is Proto doing that?
Cablet.
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 Tablet.
I'd like to shout-outs to Flame Man, because that's where I think It's Lit came from last night for me. And everyone's immediate reaction was, I don't think I've ever heard Cab say It's Lit.
No.
Granted, I didn't say fam.
It's the
Hey,
Hammer
Con.
Bros.
Hammer Bros. That room is always kind of scary for, like, how do you do it?
Okay, here we go.
Worst room in the game.
This is the single reason why I bought a prickle barrier.
So,
That is scary as hell.
one thing about that room, it turns out if you air dash into a wall and immediately jump off of it, you get an air dash instead of a normal jump that you can then do another air dash out of. So that's a common way to crash into some of the spikes near the end.
It's funny because when P&D was teaching me that, the way I was doing, he's like, that's so risky and you got first try.
So we picked up a thing.
So you got a rare metal there.
Where's Cutman?
We didn't put in the code.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh well. Moving on.
So the rare metal at the end, if you get all good grades, you get like something that generates money, and it's basically worthless to us. That's kind of funny when you think about that statement.
Good grades?
If
Was
you-
it school?
If you get one not perfect grade, you instead get a sub tank. I think if you get two not perfect grades, you also get a sub tank.
Yeah, I think you just have to be off the bottom half.
So the way this whole stage works out, that very first one where we were killing enemies is the only one where it's a set time no matter what we do. So you might as well eat the bad grade there. Victory will be mine! Victory will be mine!
Yo, Alpha's gonna get victory.
So this boss teleports around.
I'll let you guys have it for now.
Did we get it? I think we got it.
Yo, skipped it.
So Sunflower does 2 attacks after the initial power-up kind of phase, and then pops up only to rearrange the room, unless you've got her down to enough hit points that you get this sort
Oh
of
god.
last phase. And then she just wilts away, and you're done. Wow.
Why is Cab come on not a thing in this channel?
It is.
Yo. These yours? Correct.
Yeah.
I will
You have
take-
them?
I will
Yeah.
take the share.
You have spares?
No.
These are for lack attack.
Oh,
Here you go.
those are sick. Right there.
Yo. I need some.
Do you want these?
Thank you.
All right, yeah, go and buy your sub tank.
Yeah, I guess. Now that we've acquired an item, I'm gonna go max it out real fast.
Yeah, gotta fill up that sub tank now that we got it. Fun fact: there's an underflow money glitch with the sub tank charging. You don't actually need 50 money to do it.
Really?
If you have less than 50 and you do it, it works.
We shall let this play out.
Yo, this cutscene.
But does it deduct anything if you have anything?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it underflows.
This doesn't work.
I can wear. Are you good?
Yep.
I like.
I think
This is
tag
the
on
second.
nose really accentuates the glasses.
This is sort of the second, I think, moment that exemplifies this game as a Saturday morning cartoon. The villain calls up the heroes in their lair. He somehow is allowed to call them.
Yeah.
I mean, he. Everybody's reaction when he calls is just like,
How did you get our phone number?
How'd you get a frequency?
The white pages.
shouts to the best music in the game.
The white pages.
Damn, I only gave the number to Dr. Light. How did you get it?
Dr. Light sold out.
It's a good thing that all the stages is just like jump, spin, jump, spin, jump, spin. It does have the best music. Unfortunately, it's just not a level.
So if you were watching TMNT 4 last night, this is basically the elevator section.
Gotta adjust. I cannot see where the enemies are. Just to let you know how blind I am right now. Everything just looks like a blur.
This man risking sight for swag.
It's worth it, man. So these shield guys are popping out. Oh. Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
Happens.
Do it
though.
again.
Basically, any enemy that's standing on the platform from the previous floor will prevent the elevator from reaching the next floor. It doesn't actually stop the elevator from moving. The next floor just never appears.
Yeah, but you can actually stand in the middle of this platform and you'll kill everything with a spin slash.
Proto's got it right.
Seems like a really effective ability.
Oh,
A little bit.
switch items.
That's all I can really do for that.
And it's
All right.
got real metal in
I
it,
am
all of
I
it.
am
I felt the breeze
expecting
back here.
I am expecting a gif of that. Proto, you're here. I want you getting on that right now. Clip and done.
We need an odd shot.
The one bad thing about being a hat guy is I can't just randomly do that. It takes effort. Still worked.
Accidental.
Basically, what works in the stage is you're doing the sword spin before they can set up the shield, and it just kills them. She's got the clip.
Yo.
Yo.
I'm also expecting my
Post it in
my
Discord.
emote. I'm expecting my first emote on my face with these weird glasses that don't exactly fit me.
They don't exactly fit me either. They're kind of the emergency driving sunglasses.
Yeah. It worked though. Everything looks super dark. Alright, and one
Last
more.
floor.
Okay, I can see this.
Should we send Zero home?
He must go. His planet needs him.
We'll miss you, Zero.
Bye.
Bon voyage.
Nah.
He's gone
Sounds like a
forever.
helicopter.
Yeah. I need to see. If I had some prescription sunglasses, I'd be wearing them too. But unfortunately, I'd like to see what I'm doing in this fight because there's a special visual cue for later on in this fight.
To Planet X.
That works.
No, he went to Planet Axel.
So, sort of waiting on this.
Actually, you can't really let go of the controller, I guess.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes. Alright, that's it.
Alright. I think he's good.
It's a pretty fun boss fight.
So Vile's Desperation attack basically doesn't reach off the top of the screen.
I went for one cycle too long. Oh well. Doesn't matter.
So Vile still doesn't actually die.
Yeah, he still gets away. How?
It's been like 8 games. Like, come on. You're supposed to be the best Maverick hunters, and you can't even take care of
I mean,
Vile.
He
Zero-
just keeps
After,
coming
like,
back.
8
Zero
games.
was an
I mean,
A class.
Explode.
7 games, it's just numbered 8, right?
He's exploded twice.
Zero was an A-class hunter.
No, Vile was
Or
a Class A
was-
hunter.
But wasn't Zero also?
I think
Now he's our sworn enemy. Zero still is a
on
Class A
S,
hunter.
Yeah, S class.
Alright, I'm grabbing stupid health.
Which one is Poochie? Shoutouts to Poochie.
Zero's an S-class. That's what it was. So, we're at the gateway, and the gateway apparently means we need to refight everybody.
Woo for refights.
It's a Mega Man game. What did you expect?
I was expecting something else. Come on.
Looks
sure
like
it's not
Zero was
faster.
out.
I don't think
Looks
you've ever
like
tried to do that. That was awesome.
I think Zero was out in seizure there.
So yeah, we're refighting all the bosses. First one, we're just gonna karate chop in half.
That opening looks familiar. He's angry.
You made him angry.
He did not shoot the 3 balls at me, so I'm fine with that. And come on. What?
Nice. He does that sometimes.
Yo, Trilobite, my bro.
Base Trilobite.
Just for the 3 balls.
That was just rude.
He threw his balls in my face.
Balls in my face.
Yeah, you don't want someone else's balls in your face.
I mean, if you do, that's fine.
That's your own choice.
He didn't ask us.
He's still mad at his stage, but this isn't his stage anymore.
I can't really blame him for being mad.
I think he just don't like Capcom.
I can agree with that statement.
Excuse me? No, okay. I thought I had a sneeze coming.
Oh, nice, Barno.
Might still.
Bless you.
So that's the bad pattern.
Yo, double bad pattern. We have a life bottle, and I have a life tank. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. It's like one of those cav tanks. 1 health on the enemy. E-tank. Get the kill anyway.
Yep.
Just always have to make sure though. And then Mantis. Or I hate these platforms. They're always in the way. So that's a full health, just sitting in the middle. Whenever I need it.
Yep.
Which will be after this. Yo, the doubles. I just like doing that. Ow. Tagged.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't
That was
sure.
us. I forgot which button because I had switched it on Getty. So I pressed that button.
This guy.
Yo.
You just fly straight up.
Do any of you want a burger that didn't have one yet?
I would
I
like a
think-
hot dog.
Are there still hot dogs? Or?
I don't think so.
Damn.
All right. I think I'm good.
Dragon?
That'll be good.
Abs?
I had something.
Drum?
Yeah, the burger is not there.
No, don't spawn on top of me. It's not fun. Don't spawn over there either.
Sunflower. Oh no. The RNG's wrong. It's possible we got the wrong seed. Bad pattern here. That's like the worst pattern because you're basically guaranteed to not be able to do enough damage. So
Yep.
now we're gonna hit her like 2 or 3 more times and go straight to this last pattern.
Oh, I don't like that position. Whatever.
Nice. Panda, the actual weakness.
I didn't think that you could hit her from that far.
It's all about the lunge feat. Gives you an extra 5 feet of reach. Added on top of the reach weapon we're already using.
My threat range is pretty large.
Yeah, I know. Shouts to Pathfinder.
I know, right? This guy. I can't remember if he's a boss or not.
I think he's a boss. He's got luck needle. As much damage as you can in general deal with bosses, should note you are basically guaranteed to get their desperation attack every time. Even with X in the ultimate armor, which brings them down to like 1 hit point, they'll have 1 hit point specifically, I'm pretty sure, so they do the desperation attack.
Was like ultimate armor an actual category?
Yes.
Actually,
I mean, no, it's like the other X games. Not a lot of people really play it, but it is there.
It's the fun category.
It'd be
Yeah.
New Game Plus with, yeah, it'd be 100%.
The
No, just New Game.
New Game Plus, 100%. Well, the any percent New Game Plus is kind of interesting because you play with X in the ultimate armor, but you also play with Lair instead of Zero.
Who's Lair?
The navigator that's the Zero clone when you actually play as her. Playing as a navigator actually prevents the select a navigator option screen from even appearing and selects the weapon get screens from appearing. So it saves a whole lot of time to play as that team. So use Lair so you can still do the flies over all the stages, but then you have X fight bosses.
Do they take any less damage or?
No. I think the same.
Alright.
Bye bye Yeti.
And then the 2 easiest bosses. I always save these for last because the last time I saved Yeti for last, I died. And I had to fight Sigma with X.
So for the most part, there's no difference between the boss fights.
Yo, there's an Imgur.
I mean,
boy.
Olaf, can you save that GIF for us to see later? Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Punch.
I have more weight.
Is that what he actually says?
Yeah. Yo, if we can just, yeah. Unfortunately, hitting with this pin,
Drastically increases his iframes.
yeah.
Thanks, Proto.
Thanks, Proto.
Alright, and thankfully we have just Gigabolt Man of War. You know, that one guy at the end of that one weird auto-scroller who we don't know what his weakness is. I'm not quite sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Just hit him.
Oh,
Yo, Fever Breath.
yo, the damage. Yo, our weapon just suddenly got a lot better. So yeah, Earthrock's transformation of our weapon is the weakness. Nothing else, just the fact that our blade is now orange. Because he just doesn't like the color. Might have something against your Mets.
What?
Oh,
Whoa.
Just getting started. Muffins! Aw, I thought I was gonna do muffins.
Cheese and fries.
Cheese! Proto, please. It's like the wrong game. Alright, so now we have to escape again. Not really. Grab that, because even though what's coming next is stupid easy. So, you guys know this is the final stage, right? There's Sigma.
Yo, he's behind this whole thing. Better kill him.
It was Sigma all along.
It was Sigma all
It was
along.
Sigma.
It's always Sigma.
Sometimes it's Dr. Wily.
No, not in the X series.
Oh, it's a present? Oh god, it burns!
Why? It burned.
Oh, he's dead. Alright, cool. GG.
Note to self: if you give Zero a fire
What?
for a present, he'll stab you. What?
So, it's not the end because Reploids are things. Like, if you didn't pay attention to the opening cutscene, you would understand that the Reploids can actually turn into Sigma bodies. So we have to go find real Sigma. Who's on the fucking moon?
I do kind of like this as an explanation for refights in general. It's just other. It's just Reploids.
Yeah.
You have no backup life bottle, but you should be fine.
I have the life tank, so I should be fine.
Yeah.
And I've got a crap ton of health as X now.
Mhm.
So,
So we're gonna fly to the moon and back?
yeah. I mean, X
We took
X
the
already-
elevator there, but
X visited the moon already. He flew off, too.
See, now, my question is, why didn't you just start in Sigma Palace?
because we had to get up to the moon first.
I don't know, it's the wrong direction to fly.
And the only way to get there is through fixing. What's that?
That was a little bit too high, but whatever.
You don't want to completely fly over that wall, or you end up. It's not a true soft lock because you can pause and quit the stage.
Ah. Ah, it's not. Maybe I should just stop being stupid.
There we go.
This is like wonderful already. Yo, where's that green spinner?
The green spinner and I think all the variants of Sunflower's weapons, honestly, have the piercing quality, as I like to call it. So you'll break through shields.
I'm gonna just die. I'm good. Oh, I've got spare energy too. Cause I kind of want to show how to actually do this fight and not be stupid.
Alright.
I started doing it right, and then I miscounted my hits on because you're supposed to do a certain amount of hits, so you can actually get the 2 cycle. I think it's 8 hits, and then you do the ice attack, which I did, and then it was invulned. So
I usually go by just 2 sets of iframes.
yeah. What's
Damn reach weapons.
They can't attack things that are right next to them, and it sucks.
There you go. That should do
That's
it.
it. Yep. So that's how that fight should always go.
Easy fight.
Is he dead finally?
Well, he hasn't returned yet. We'll have to wait for Mega Man X9.
It should be coming out soon.
Capcom!
We're waiting, Capcom.
Whoa.
Alright. Sigma Pals is actually kind of scary for all those
What's up?
fights. So just a little bit of this, and then show the Sigma. We're super fast. Oh, I mean, who was at the end of this?
Yo, it's
That's-
Sigma.
It's Sigma.
That doesn't look like Sigma.
It's totally Sigma.
Bring it on! Yo, good rings.
Nice.
Yo, double good rings.
Nice. It's all over. Surprise, this fight is best won with X.
Oh.
Nice hit.
What? Just jump through that ring on accident.
So one nice thing about this with X is you can fire the special weapon while charging the Buster. So when Sigma puts his shield up, you can basically already have the Buster ready.
Oh, I have to dump.
Yo, you can just like get hit by this.
Why is that not hitting him?
Oh, jeez, I'm dead. Whatever.
That was a weird line.
Time for Lit Dead. It's fine because I'll get 0 while this fight's going on.
So this is Lumine, that leader of the construction of the space elevator from the beginning of the game. Turns out he's a complete evil maniacal dick.
In layman's terms, final boss. But yes, giant evil dick. It's also useless. Oh, nice.
So, unlike almost every other boss, he is vulnerable during these desperation attacks. His only attack, besides just floating around the room, is actually boss desperation attacks. The ice and fire wounds are the only ones you can't hurt him during. And everything else, he actually picks up the weakness of the boss whose attack he's using. You're in there.
Yeah, double tap. I'm not gonna be stupid. I could have used the boss weakness there, but I don't like my health right now. Because you'll take a straight hit from that sword and it's gonna really hurt.
That thing hurts.
Go, skip. Sort of skip. So now I've made him angry. I have to. It is a him, surprisingly.
He almost always has the same attack pattern, too. So I think next might be Panda.
I don't think so.
Is it Sunflower?
Yeah,
It's
Sunflower.
These are the only two that seem like a little weird. Dude, you're too close.
It's fine, because dead and. No.
EBC with the shreds.
We lit, man.
So, turned out not over. And 5 cutscenes. So life tank does that.
So Final Lumine here has another set of its set patterns.
The
And
music's pretty awesome.
basically, if we get through enough of these attacks, we start skipping them. Like, we skip the ring phase, which is good, because that's long, slow. It's actually not easy to dodge. We did skip the vertical one of these, which is a shame, because we're going to immediately after this run into the horizontal version of this. And Zero's red hit points kind of fill back in a little bit.
Go right back into it. So, what do we have after this? X3, right?
Yeah.
Yo, concert. Going for that town, that climb, right?
Yep.
Nice
Alright.
dodge. Final phase here. Kind of annoying.
Pair of dice lost. But I can get you some new ones if you want. I can buy some new pair of dice. And RNG. And that's it.
So basically, because it's RNG, it's faster if you get good RNG to kill normally. But you can do this, and you've
Yeah.
got game.
Eh. Well, that certainly.
That was a run.
Yeah, that certainly wasn't the best, but made it.
Unbelievable.
You may have defeated me, but it's too late to stop what's already begun.
So I hear we're gonna take a quick break while we take care of a couple more tech issues, but it won't be long, and we will be right back with Conster and Mega Man X3. So don't touch that browser. I'd say don't touch that dial, but I don't think anybody has those anymore.
I'm not sure if some people watching would even get that reference.
Does everybody know what don't touch that dial means? Because if you don't, you're young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and the last thing, Axel's kind of stupid.
The whole X series ends on a cliffhanger here. Granted, X5 is the last true game of the X years. What's up, Duckfist?
What up, Duck?
Yo.
Go duck this.
I don't even see Duckfist messages because it's behind this note from Off over here. It's all right.
Tentacle.
Yeah.
I'll just say hi, Duckfist.
So there's tentacles and yeah.
Easy peasy.
Now why couldn't he do this from the beginning?
Off, we're like done.
Where?
Yeah.
Alright.
See you soon.